it's good to see the shock on people's face when we say that Oakville was often the first taste of freedom that many black slaves saw.
It's a little-known fact that Oakville was a terminus for the Underground Railroad, representing a new beginning for hundreds, if not thousands, of slaves who escaped the U.S. By the 1830s, the mouth of the 16-mile creek here became an international port of entry and a gateway to freedom.
There were schooners coming across the lake, and part of how people got into Oakville was being essentially, smuggled in the cargo of those schooners.
It's believed James Wesley Hill is one of many slaves who was smuggled into Upper Canada in a cargo box that looked like this. Hill went on to become a fearless conductor of the Underground Railroad. Countless times he went back to the States and is credited with helping up to 800 slaves find freedom.
At great personal risk, at one point he was the most wanted man in the United States, wanted dead or alive.
Hill eventually settled in Oakville and became a strawberry farmer, bringing prosperity to the small town.
And that started an entire industry here around strawberries and canning and baskets to hold those strawberries. In fact, people would take the steamer from Toronto to come and have strawberry picnics here in the summer.
By the late 19th century, at least 400 black people called Oakville home, making up 20% of the population. Many were successful farmers, blacksmiths, and entrepreneurs. While the black community here was vibrant for many decades to come, it slowly started dwindling as people began moving on to bigger cities like Toronto. The Canadian Caribbean Association of Halton has created a hub that embraces the region's diversity, and it's keeping the black history here alive.
The first year when it snowed, we thought it was the greatest thing out. And by the second year, it wasn't fun anymore.
Legacy Voices follows black families in Halton, documenting their successes, struggles, and the stamp they will be leaving on their community.
My kids have been the only black kid in their class or in the school. Those are the hardest things because I did not prepare for that.
I had to factor in to my commute from Burlington to York University in Toronto that the police were going to stop me. Well, later on, I could tell you that I was appointed to the Police Services Board. So I was instrumental in changing their racial profiling policy.
The raw, uncut versions of these interviews and many more are being curated here at the Oakville Museum for historians to study in the years to come. Shauna Hunt, City News.